own zone. Now clear from Ringgold. An icing will be waved off. Bad pass from Connellsville. Hodgson in the defensive end for Ringgold. Now Saylor. On the attack is Connellsville. Number 70, Ryan Brown. Ryan Brown, cross ice pass, saved by goaltender Evan Cook.
Good awareness there by being able to figure out that you had an open man breaking down that right wing side of the ice, able to find him on a good backhanded pass there. Really got a hold of that one and put it in the place it needed to be.
Milan Defabal in for the faceoff for Connellsville. Justin Day for Ringgold. Ringgold clears it out, wraps around their own net. Suarez up the right side of the ice. Works it into the near corner. Day now long at the point. Ripper from the point, saved. Still Ringgold on the attack. Wrap around, failed. Long at the point, makes his way to the near circle, into the near corner. Shot on goal, missed. Suarez there, unable to get a stick on it. Now Connellsville has a chance to clear. Luke Wasick. Now Ryan Merrick passes it out. Breakout pass to Suarez. Suarez dumps it in at his own red line. Far corner, wraps around Connellsville's net. Luke Waskak. Connellsville still in some trouble in their own end. Waskak handles it behind his own net. Now a breakout to Madison Grimm. In the near corner, a scrum for the puck. Grimm gets it out, wraps it around her own net. Still in the far corner. Ringgold keeping the pressure on. They lead in shots. They have 5 shots to Connell's 2. Merrick open at the near point. They go to Merrick. Merrick unable to handle it. Now Merrick circles around to regroup. Fresh players on for Connellsville. Merrick decides to dump. Luke Wasick carries it up. Almost loses it. Now, an errant pass to the center ice. Merrick spins around, dumps it in. That will count for a shot on goal. Connellsville decides to keep this one in play. 10:20 left in the first period. Paul Neighbors centers it. Now dumped in for Connellsville. Ringgold gets that puck back up. Hunter Hodgson carries it in the slot. Trying to find open space, just wide. Hodgson there again. Thrown to the ground by Connellsville. The forecheck in full effect for Ringgold. A battle, win by Ringgold. Shot on goal, saved, made. That shot was Clayton Kalichi. Fast pace right now and physical calling.
Yeah, one of the things I'm noticing here about this Ringgold offense, they're playing a smart technique here. They're really playing a lot of behind the net offense, really forcing that goalie to crane left and right, unaware of which way the puck's going to pop out, making it difficult to know where you need to be to make a save.
Trying to get bodies in front of the net. Might have to start looking for those dirty goals now in the far corner. Day wraps it around, centers it. Still, puck is loose in front of the net. Ringgold has a chance. That's Day, just wide. Excuse me, that was number 96, Zach Kalenkowski. Ringgold so far controlling this second half of the first period. Down to Connellsville and for an icing.
Big series of events right there on the attack for Ringgold. They had the goalie on their back there, just unable to find the shot to get it past that goaltender, get the first mark in this game here. But nonetheless, great pressure, keep it up.
Ringgold is knocking on the doors. 9 shots tallied for them, 2 for Connellsville. Just under 9:20 left in the first period. Ryan Merrick dumps it down. Icing is called. And that's what you're going to see out of high school hockey. You know, a lot of plays like that where that puck's just dumped in, and, you know, the icings will be called. A lot of icings called on Ringgold right now. You know, they start to feel the pressure on defense.
Really, one of the things they say about the game of hockey is the lower the skill level, if you will, the shorter the passes you'll see, just because players are still really learning how to get a good hold on that puck and send it up the ice. So expect a lot of short passes throughout this one. That's why you are seeing so many icings right now.
Suarez breaks it out to Day. Day from the left side puts a shot on goal, saved. Sebastian Skarzensky standing on his head right now for Connellsville. Connellsville breaking out. Number 20. Unlisted on the roster. Shot on goal, saved. The first shot for Connellsville in quite some time. Puck is cleared out past the blue line. Connellsville needs to wait as there is a delayed offsides. Some pressure shown by Kalinowski. Connellsville centers this one. Ryan Brown up through center. Puck's on net. Puck cleared by Ringgold. In the slot is Moss. Moss fires a shot, blocked away. Ringgold on the near boards. Noah Schroeder. Schroeder tries to dangle his way through. Shot on goal, blocked. Still fighting for that puck. Nathan Todd almost had a good chance on that one. Cleared away by Connellsville. Connellsville making their way up the ice. Through center was Milan Defabal. Now Ringgold clears it up. Icing called off. Noah Schroeder's there, pressuring the goaltender. Sebastian Skarzensky clears that one away into the mesh.
Young fan over there to claim that one, of course. Sporting their Penguins best here, as we have two Penguin employees, if you will, coming to visit us here tonight. Jake Gensel and the old 2-9er.
Phil Bork. Phil Bork, we love having him. Face off one by Connellsville. Ringgold gets it right back. Shot on goal, just wide. Another save by Skarzensky. Now a chance for Milan Defibal. Defibal, one-on-one, saved, runs into the net, falls to the boards. This one is halted. A penalty coming up for, a whistle's blown because of the dislodged net.
Almost thought the same there with you, Steve. Almost thought we were going to have a penalty.
And we are. A penalty coming up on Ringgold on Zeke DeVitis.
He's going to take a seat here, 2 minutes for interference on that one.
The first penalty of the game, and this could be a huge momentum switch for Connellsville. This gives them a good chance to get some pucks on net. They only have 4 registered shots compared to Ringgold's 10. Stephen Ross in there. Number 6, Gregory Hench. Ringgold clears that one away. Pressuring is Jeremy Bednar. Bednar to Day. Day fires that one on net. Connellsville breaking out. Ryan Brown leading the charge. Brown hammered into the boards. Still comes away with the puck. Tries to center it. Whiffs on it. Ringgold still trying to clear. Lucas Long tries to clear it up the far boards. Now Ryan Merrick. Merrick battling behind his own end. Still Connellsville keeping up the pressure. Day dumps that one, and that will go down. A penalty kill with 1 minute left.
Really playing strong here on the penalty kill is Ringgold, really forcing Connellsville to go chase after some great pressure.
Noah Schroeder now diving his way for that puck. Schroeder again picks up the loose puck in the center of the ice. Circles back, 40 seconds left on the penalty kill. Dumps this one away. A line change coming for the Rams. Pressuring is Kalinowski. Kalinowski in the near end. Near corner. Pressured by Connellsville. Falcons breaking out. Centers that one. Ryan Brown in the slot. Shot on for Brown. Wide. Ringgold searching for the loose puck. Brown centers it in the slot. To the point. Shot on. Saved by Cook.
Really nifty stick work there by Brown. I'm not sure if you were able to get a glimpse of that, but working down here on this left face-off dot here, being able to dodge around two defenders here. Great stick moves and an even better pass to center that one.
And a lot of commotion going on in front of the net, too. That one could have easily deflected off someone. I believe it did, but Cook standing on his head. Face-off now on Ringgold's own end. Connellsville battling for possession. The puck is cleared, penalty over. Connellsville now with control. Now Ringgold breaks it out to Day. Day on the far circle. Glove save. Now a chance for Ringgold. Shot on, save again by Skorensky.
Couple of high shots there in that series by Ringgold, really testing the ability of this goaltender to really stand up and make some up-top saves here, defend that top shelf, but nonetheless, good. Great saves there. A couple of flash-the-leather moments, Steve.
Yeah. Glove save. Wasn't able to keep it in the mitt, but the rebound was saved as well. To the point. Hunter Hodgson fires it into the near corner. Picked up by the Falcons. Falcons breaking out. Ringgold still keeping up that pressure. Saylor drops it back. Hunter Hodgson with a breakout pass. Now Schroeder. Schroeder makes a move. The captain at the near corner. Now Ringgold with a chance. Saved again by Skorzensky. Connellsville clears. On his way back is Hunter Hodgson. Icing is called.
Really making that scrum in the front of the net count there. We had another diving effort by this Connellsville netminder to keep that one out of there, and it seems like Sebastian Skorensky is really having to work hard to protect his crease here today. A lot of work in front of him going on.
Long pressing back. Now into the hands of Ryan Merrick. Merrick dumps it forward. Ringgold regroups at the far circle. On the ground now is Jeremy Bednar. Bednar pressuring. Connellsville clears. Dumped in by Ryan Merrick. Connellsville now tossing it up to Ringgold's end. Ringgold regroups. Over to the left side to Jeremy Bednar. Now Ringgold in their defensive end. Pushing forward is Ringgold, number 21, Ryan Merrick. Merrick falls to the ground. Centered, Connellsville clears. Past the Ringgold defense on the stick of Lucas Long. Lucas Long circles around up the right side. Near boards, fires it in. Skorzensky settles. Still Ringgold putting up the pressure. Hard on the forecheck. Connellsville circles around behind their own net. A collision of sticks, now clears. Offsides is waved off. Captured by Skorzensky. 2:31 left in the first period.
Almost got to watch that. Oh, sorry there, Steve.
Just going to say, still 0-0.
Still 0-0, and got to watch that. Good keep there by that Ringgold defenseman, being able to keep that one from trickling over that line, making the whole team have to come back out and do it all over again.
Now Suarez. On net is Day. Connellsville still struggling to clear the puck. Day in front of the net, shots on, saved. Near corner. The battle for the puck. A centered pass. Now Connellsville on the counter. Gregory Hench loses that puck, throws a man down. Near corner for Ringgold. Day clears it up the ice. Ross fires from the point. Day in the near corner, fires behind his own net. Suarez there. Stick on puck. Ringgold clears. Kept in by Connellsville. Clayton Kalichi behind the net for Ringgold. Breaks out. Tape-to-tape pass. Center of the ice. Zach Kalinowski. Kalinowski in the center of the ice. Shots on Suarez just wide. Connellsville battling for possession. Noah Schroeder dumps it in. The line change coming up for Ringgold. 1:20 left in the first period. Schroeder at the red line, drops it back to Kane. Tape-to-tape pass to Ryan Merrick. Merrick dumps it in. Schroeder there in the far corner. Skates his way past a couple Falcons. Has a man behind the net. Shots on. Connellsville repossesses. Up the ice for the Falcons is number 70, Ryan Brown. Ryan Brown loses control of the puck. Ringgold clears. 40 seconds left in the first period. Ryan Merrick settles behind his own net. About 30 seconds left in the first period. Up the left side is Ringgold. Now a pass inside to Todd. Todd finds his way to the right side at the near circle. Physically thrown off the puck in the near corner. Now Connellsville tries to clear up over the net for a stoppage in play. 14.5 seconds left in the first period.
Steve, how about that last series of events there for Ringgold, really being able to break out that pass from their own zone into the neutral zone here and then finding their man on a cross-ice pass, tic-tac-toe. The only thing they were missing was the goal.
That they were. They are knocking on the door. Both teams, 13 shots for Ringgold, 5 for the Connellsville Falcons. Wrapped around Connellsville's own end. They make their way up the ice. About 5 seconds left in the first period. Gesk battles at center ice. Puck falls all the way down to Ringgold's end of the ice, and that will do it for the first period. 13 shots for the Ringgold Rams, 5 for Connellsville Falcons. Neither team is able to get on the board, but will that change in the second period when we come back here on CUTV?
High school football is back on CUTV. Brownsville versus Bentworth. Upper Dauphin versus Millersburg. Charleroi versus Fraser. California versus Washington. Bell Vernon versus Greensburg-Salem. Elizabeth Ford versus North Catholic. Carmichaels versus Union. Ringgold versus West Mifflin. Beth Center versus Fraser. Catch all of the action on your home for high school football. CUTV, California University Television.
After one, we're scoreless between Ringgold Rams and the Connellsville Falcons for high school hockey here on CUTV. I am Stephen Ruffing, and with me is Colin Kirkwood. A fast-paced first period there, Colin.
Yeah, really, Ringgold getting hunks onto the net here. Of course, 13 shots for them so far throughout this one, and they're really peppering that Connellsville netminder.
And Skarzensky on his, standing on his head, fired shot, failed wide of the net for Connellsville. But Skarzensky standing on his head right now for the Falcons. Ringgold trying to break out, chips it up through center. Suarez there, broken up by the Falcons defense. And a penalty coming up on Ringgold. That is a clear trip on Suarez. Now a hit, and the time will stop. Whistle blows. Connellsville will go on the power play.
Right about that, Steve, as that is one of the most clear tripping calls you'll see in the sport of hockey here. So we'll see what Connellsville can do on the power play.
Still scoreless. Connellsville was on their first power play earlier in the first period. Now we're in the second, and they have a scoring chance as Ringgold is down a man. Suarez in the box for 2 for tripping. excuse me, that wasn't Suarez. That was number 88, Jeremy Bednar. Connellsville in the slot. Schroeder breaks that one up. Now Bednar, almost on a breakaway, taken down by Connellsville. And a penalty coming up on Connellsville.
Almost thought we might see a penalty shot here, Steve, getting tracked down from behind on that breakaway, but nonetheless, it looks like it's going to err on the side of a regular trip to the old penalty box, but nonetheless, a lot more room out on the ice there, 4-on-4.
A lot more room, 4-on-4 coming up. And that's Zeke DeVitis in the box for Ringgold. And a man in the box for Connellsville as well. Up the ice is Brown. Brown in the slot. Fires from the slot. Blocked away by Ringgold. Luke Wasik. Back now. Schroeder gets it away. Schroeder dangles in the slot. Still controlling that puck. Protecting the puck in the far corner. Schroeder still on it. Schroeder still has the puck, fighting off multiple Falcons players. Now, a shot from the point, blocked away by Brown.
Iron shins on that one, right to the knee. Good thing they wear those pads.
Nathan Todd fighting for possession for Ringgold. Now Connellsville gets it out. Brown up the ice. Brown at the far boards. Skates through center. Skates through the slot on shot wide. Brown still checked off the puck. Great defense by Ringgold. Nathan Todd loses the possession. Luke Waskak. Now Brown in the slot, just wide from hitting that top left corner. Connellsville still on the attack. Shot on goal, saved and covered up by goalie Evan Cook.
So much more room on the ice here, Steve. We're seeing a lot of heavier shots being able to get let go of here, as we've seen a lot of hitting the boards here. You can hear it though. There's a lot more speed on these shots because you don't have to worry about somebody else's stick, leg, or anything like that interfering with letting it rip.
Zach Kalinowski in the box for Ringgold. 20 seconds left on his penalty. About 10 seconds now left on the 4-on-4 hockey. Suarez through the slot. Suarez up the near boards into the far corner. Connellsville takes it away. Now Suarez back on the puck. Now Brown for Connellsville. The Falcons on the attack. The 2-on-2 coming up. Brown up the right side. Brown still on the puck. Dangles his way through. Shot on goal. Saved away. Brown still possesses at the far corner. Shot on. Saved by Cook. Puck is still loose. Cook tries to fall on it. Ringgold clears it away just after the whistle is blown. Now some extracurricular activity between Ross and Suarez. Things are getting heated here, Colin.
Yeah, and we saw in that first period there was a lot of physical activity. We talked about a lot of checking, a lot of knocking people off the puck and whatnot. And perhaps maybe that's getting in the mind of a couple of players here. Really some pushing and shoving here. Perhaps even just protecting that keeper nonetheless.
And speaking of the keeper, Evan Cook standing on his head, falling on that puck. That puck was still loose, partner, before they blowed that whistle. 1 second left on the Connellsville penalty. Travis Sipple, eager to get out of the box. Like I said, 1 second left on that penalty. 14:09 left in the second period. Face-off won by Ringgold. Ringgold wraps it around their own net. Cleared away. Up the near boards. Now with speed is Kalinowski. Kalinowski can't get on it. Suarez on the board. Still battling for the puck in the near circle. Kalinowski dumps it in. Gage Gazali can't get on it for Ringgold. Now Ringgold still firing away. Glove save by Skorzenski.
Ringgold still on the attack here, making moves throughout their zone, being able to find ways to let go of the puck, keeping that pedal to the floor, Steve, and that's
Yep.
what you need to do. You know what the old saying and how it goes. Get pucks on the net and good things will happen.
And 14 pucks on net for for Ringgold, 7 for Connellsville. Noah Schroeder steps in to take the faceoff for the Rams. Jeffrey Kolumbiewski now wrapped around for Schroeder. Schroeder gives it off to the point. Shot on wide. On the far point. Now through center for Connellsville. Alexander Gesk loses the puck in the near corner. Ringgold clears. Now with speed is Schroeder. Schroeder flying up the ice. Schroeder wraps it around. Schroeder, shot on, big save by Skarzynski. He had him beaten. Skarzynski just showed him that glove.
Yeah, really one of the best shots you'll see in the hockey game in general there. All alone, able to get that power. Really looking into the legs there on that save. You really see a lot of power in that skate, being able to crane over to the other side of the cage like that. It really takes a lot of skill to push yourself up like that and nonetheless be in the right place.
Nathan Todd wishing he had that one back. A great cross-ice pass from Schroeder. Schroeder started that play. Now Kalichi sends it into Schroeder in the near corner. Battled away by Connellsville. Falcons clear. Shot over the head of Skarzynski. On the far side, the Rams control. Schroeder keeping that puck. Todd going off the ice, cleared by Connellsville. Dumped in by Ethan Saylor. Falcons looking for the outlet pass. They can't find it. Now all alone. Ringgold, shot on, still some scrums. Puck is cleared. The Falcons on the near board. DeFeeball sends it in. Hunter Hodgson trying to clear it for Ringgold, unable to. Now Gesk. Gazilli. Falcons regroup in their own end. Gives it away. Galiski, shot on, glove save. Skarzynski still standing on his head for this Connellsville team.
Yeah, he's really keeping his team here in this one, being a brick wall back there, getting in front of all sorts of pucks here. It's really what Connellsville needs once they kind of figure out their offensive game plan here and how they're going to break out. And really, neither team showing a lot of possession in the offensive zone here. I'm seeing a lot of transition game being played throughout this one.
Still, both teams unable to find the back of the net. The Falcons wrap around their own net. Outlet pass failed down the ice. An icing is called on Connellsville. This one will go all the way back to the Falcons' end. 11:38 left in the second period. Still scoreless in this one.
Still scoreless. We have two great keepers in the net here. One facing plenty of shots, and one on the other hand, not so much here. 17-7 looking on our shot counter here.
Day wins the faceoff for Ringgold. Centers it. Batted away by Skarzynski. Ringgold still pressuring. Day battling the Falcons. Now up to Brown for Connellsville. Connellsville in that near circle. Brown wraps around. Still on the puck is Brown. Loses a skate, but still keeps the puck. Now Ringgold breaking out. Suarez up the near side to Kowalski. Kowalski in the near circle. Fires it on net, just wide. Skarzynski there standing on his head, saved. Still Ringgold on pressuring. Ryan Merrick sends it forward. The Falcons feeling the pressure. Day in the far corner. Ringgold still on the attack, shot on goal. Skarzynski, glove save. Suarez at the near corner. Battles Falcon. The Falcons come away with the puck. Up the ice for Brown. Brown chips that one past the Ringgold defender. Brown tries to do too much, loses the puck. Fighting for possession is Ryan Merrick. Merrick loses the puck in his own end. Brown circles around, tries to dangle, loses it. Kalinowski sends the puck forward, icing coming up. 18 shots for the Rams, 7 for the Falcons. Still scoreless. Skarzynski has been the player to watch for this Falcon side. 10-15 left in the second period. Covered up by Cook. Face-off will ensue at the far circle.
Those kind of shots might not present that much of a challenge at first glance, but nonetheless, you need to make sure you've got those two pillows on your leg there, taking away that 5-hole, because the next thing you know, one could sneak right through and you might not even know it.
Shot wide for the Falcons. Falcons regroup. Ringgold struggling to get this puck out of their own net. Kane unable to clear. Now on the puck is Sipple. Sipple up the ice for Gesk. Gesk clears it away. Kalechi behind the net for the Rams. Trying to break out is Ringgold. Ringgold wraps it around the near corner. Still at the point is Sipple. Sipple, his shot is blocked. Falcons can't get anything going. Regroup at center. Sipple wraps this around the near boards. Fires. Shot is wide. Ringgold breaking out. Ethan Saylor. Saylor drop pass to Schroeder. Schroeder fires on net. Skarzynski glove save. 18 shots, 18 saves.
A couple of hot shots there for both teams, Steve, and both of these goaltenders continue to be on top of their game here. These teams are really mirroring themselves in terms of image here. Not a lot of room on that ice to move around and find separation, so really that 4-on-4 was the only time we got to see both of these teams have enough room to really try to execute their game plans.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, mirror images of each other.
9 minutes left in the second period. Still scoreless, but Ringgold has been knocking on the doors all game long. Puck sent in front of the net. Bounces off a player, deflects over the net. Merrick at center ice, drops it back. Now Long. Long outlet pass off the skate of Zach Kalinowski. Now up the far boards is Gage Gazali. Gazali loses the puck. Connellsville breaking out on the counter. DeFibaugh. Puck over the net. Brought down by Merrick. Merrick loses the puck to DeFibaugh. Off the body of a Connellsville player. And Evan Cook covers that up for a faceoff.
Have a quick line change here, get some fresh feet out on that ice, get some fresh legs, and really see if that'll be the difference here, and finally have a team break through onto that score column here. Still waiting, Steve.
Still waiting. 8:15 left in the second period. Still a lot of time to go. Brown wins the faceoff. Brown centers it. Unable to get on that is Gregory Hench. Hench wraps it around. Pass to Sipple. Sipple from the point, blocked away. Suarez all by himself has Sipple on his back. Suarez with speed. This is a chance. Suarez loses the puck, whiffs on it, centers it up, no one home. That is by far Ringgold's best chance. Still on the attack. Kalinowski denied by Skarzynski. On the counter is the Falcons. Falcons. A nice move by Hench, working his way to the near circle. Blocked away by the Rams. What a chance Ringgold just had on that attack. Now again, Day all by himself in the near corner. Centers it up, Suarez, shot on wide. To the point is Hodgson. Hodgson almost loses it, fires it to his right side. From the far circle, shot on. Now Connellsville looking at a 2-on-1. Far pass up. Number 48, Michael Matichuk, and Matichuk scores! 7:11 left in the second period, and we finally got our first goal from the Connellsville Falcons.
Yeah, on that series of events there, Steve, what we witnessed was we had a defensive breakdown there, and you had two guys taking on that one defender for Ringgold here, and the odds are never really in your favor if you're the defenseman on that one. All it takes is one excellent pass up that ice, and basically, you're dead to rights.
And that it was, a beautiful pass by Ryan Brown to Michael McKittrick. And Colin, not what we were expecting. Connellsville scoring that first goal on their 10th shot. Still 21 saves for Skarzynski.
Yeah, on the backhand, no less, they're really able to have a polished and refined shot there. That is quite a difficult shot to master in the game of hockey. So seeing someone that proficient this early in their playing career, very special.
Very special. Ryan Brown, like I said, gets the assist. Now Ringgold fired up. 21 shots and have been denied on every single one of them.
Looking to break through. Perhaps maybe they did have some nice possession here before that last goal. They were really working it, getting a couple of shots on goal, really holding it in their zone, finding their passing lane. So perhaps maybe this will be the series they're looking for.
And you'd have to think Skarzynski being a brick wall in net right now has to give them a lot of motivation. Schroeder at the near circle, fires it into the near corner. Battling for the puck, Ethan Saylor wins it. Puck's on net, Skarzynski, another save. Connellsville still trying to clear. At the far circle is Schroeder. Schroeder circles around at the slot, passes to the near point. Long, shot pass, puck on net, puck in the net. Now Ryan Merrick ties this one up with 6:32 left to play in the second period.
Just exactly as we were talking about a couple of minutes ago, Steve, they were able to continue to hold that puck in the offensive zone. Good cycle game there. We were able to see them move it all the way around. Almost everyone touched the puck on that last series there, finding the open man, and a nice stretch pass there to find the open man who potted that one.
Merrick, one-time shot on the ice between Skarzynski's legs. He had a crowd in front of him. An unexpected shot from Merrick. Had to have caught Skarzynski off guard.
Almost back at square one here. Instead of zeros, we've got ones.
All tied up on the 22nd shot from Ringgold. And the one-time shot from the far circle from Merrick. Suarez battles for the puck, center ice. Comes away with it at the far boards, fires it. Skarzynski with ease traps it in the glove.
Easily able to step in front of that one. Really one of the easiest types of saves there. Just really got to stick that glove out. It's like playing a game of catch out in the backyard.
Yep, that's all it was. I don't think he'll find a simpler save than that one. 23 shots for Ringgold, 10 for Connellsville. Face off at the far circle. Day battling for the puck on the far boards. Falcons wrap around their own net. Try to regroup. McKittrick gives this one away to Suarez. Stephen Ross clears this. But onto the stick of the Ringgold Rams. More specifically, Hunter Hodgson wraps it around. Suarez there, loses it. Connellsville breaking out on the outlet pass. Cross ice to Brown. Brown chips it around Kalinowski. Brown still controlling the puck at the near corner. Sipple, point shot blocked. Kalichi gives that puck away in his own end. At the slot, centering pass, broken up by the Rams. Now a point shot, low to the ground, low to the ice, I should say. Now Ringgold looking at a 2-on-1, if they can have some speed. Suarez in the slot, passes it over, shot whiffed. Kalinowski wishes he had that one back. Now a 3-on-2 coming for the Falcons. Sipple's pass wide for Brown. Lucas Long clears it out. Two Ringgold players run into each other, but Schroeder controls the puck. Schroeder has 2-on-1. Pass over, another pass to Schroeder. A huge save by Skarzynski. Skarzynski sprawling around everywhere. Connellsville finally gets the puck out. Ringgold still trying to pressure. Finally breaking out is Brown. Ryan Brown up the near side, wraps around. A penalty coming up in the area of hooking. The third penalty for Ringgold and the third power play for Connellsville.
Another fantastic save there by Skarzynski, really sprawling out there and making a save, really having to do the old 7-10 split there. And that right pad for Skarzynski is getting a lot of action here. We had a great shot for Ringgold earlier that was shut down by that same pad there, really making public enemy number one right there for Ringgold Rams.
23 saves so far for Skarzynski, and there have been some tough saves that he had to make. The Falcons win this one. Low shot, deflected up into the net. Connellsville on the power play with 4:35 left in the second period. All knotted up still at ones. Connellsville wins the puck. Shot blocked. Ringgold still trying to clear. Schroeder knocked off the puck by Gesk. Schroeder still trying to clear. Falcons still on the attack in that near circle. The whistle's blown. A scrum at the side of the net is the reason for the whistle being blown.
Front of the net battles can be something that really take a lot of energy out of players. They're really having to battle for the territory down there in front of the nets, where you send some of your most gritty players to really go to work and try to open up some shooting lanes. But boy, does it take a lot out of you.
And we'll see what's going on here. The music is blaring right now in the ice garden. The referee was having a word with the Falcons bench. And it looks like a Falcon player will go into the penalty box. That's number 21, Paul Neighbors. And we have 4-on-4 hockey again. Merrick clears this one behind his net. Schroeder regroups. Schroeder spins around Brown. A bad giveaway by Schroeder. Now Ringgold. Another penalty coming up. This one on the Rams. This is coming up on number 97, Noah Schroeder.
Looks like we'll have the previous two calls here, 2 minutes each for roughing there. Must have come from the scrum in the middle of the net there, Stephen Ruffing.
Yep. Now we're looking at 4-on-3 hockey. Get ready for some fast-paced skating and some fast-paced hockey. Mike Brown, the captain, out there to take the face-off for Connellsville. They do have the man advantage. Cleared away by Ringgold, stopped at the point. Connellsville still keeping this one up. Luke Waskak over to Sipple at the point for Brown. Brown fires a shot on, blocked away, now cleared by the Rams. And in 50 seconds, we'll have 4-on-4 hockey.
Schroeder goes to the box for the Rams here for a hooking call.
Mike Brown shot on, glove saved by Cook.
One of the more important things really when you have a shot like that that's a little bit lower to your center of gravity, you want to make sure that you do everything that you can to control rebounds.
Yep.
Because those can be some of the most cursed, the most beloved goals in the game of hockey here, and you really need to make sure that you can smother one should you give it up.
Sipple and Brown at the point. Brown, the puck slowly makes his way towards him. Brown makes his way through. At the slot, Mike Brown, he shoots, he scores! Mike Brown with Ryan Brown with 3:15 left in the second period. Makes it 2-1.
Connellsville taking the lead here, and as you said, Steve, a lot more room to work, and that's normally the kind of result you'll see here, being able to find the way to get that puck in. Really, Connellsville making their shots count here. 2 for 11.
Yeah, 2 goals on 11 shots. It's all about quality, not quantity. Right now, I believe Ringgold put up 24 or 29. I can't really see up there so far. Four-on-4 hockey coming up, as that was a power play goal. Ryan Brown made his way through that slot, and that slot can be such a dangerous spot on the ice if you're on the offense. Fires that one on the ice. through the 5-hole of Evan Cook. Still looking to fix something on the board right now. That's the holdup.
Well, Steve, I'll tell you what, when we were watching this first period here, we were really wondering if we were ever going to see a goal scored in this contest here, but now the second period, fruitful in terms of goals here, exploding for 3, have both of these teams here really executing their game plan when there are less players on the ice. And we've said it so many times throughout this broadcast here, you're going to find a lot more success when there's a lot more room to work.
Yeah, and, you know, and Connellsville took full advantage of the open ice with that goal. Still trying to figure out the scoreboard right now. Trying to put up the player in the box. It's still Schroeder with 1:16 left on his penalty. 1 minute left on the Connellsville penalty. So Connellsville will be on the power play for about 20 more seconds when their man gets out. Puck on net, saved away by Cook. To the point. A big check coming at the point by Ringgold. Puck just wide off the Gazali shot. Connellsville working it, gives it away in their own end. Ringgold tries to get a shot on but fails. Ringgold still trying to pressure that. Connellsville gives it away. The Rams dump that one in. High stick called, but called off. Puck fired up in the end, in the net on Connellsville. And a face-off will come in the near circle in Connellsville's own ice.
Of course, as the in-rink music makes you think, these shots and these goals sure have been hot, hot, hot in here tonight in the cool ice garden.
Face-off won by Ringgold. Connellsville takes it away. Outlet pass. On the puck is Delabaugh. DeFibon, excuse me. Offside's called on Connellsville. 2 minutes left in the second period. Connellsville has the lead 2-1. Still on the power play right now is the Falcons, just for about 4 more seconds. Connellsville wins that face-off. Golombuski sends it around. DeFibon at the far corner. Now at the circle, drops it back. Connellsville still on the attack. Golombuski gives that away. Still on the attack is the Falcons. Golombuski at the far circle. Schroeder back on the ice after his penalty. Rams trying to clear this one out. Connellsville still pressuring. Finally, Schroeder circles around center ice. Still, nice stick work from Schroeder. Gets around a few people. Schroeder with speed. Schroeder right now on the forecheck. Now DeFibon skating up the near boards. The Rams cleared that one away. Now the Rams on the attack. Center ice is Saylor. Saylor drops it to Todd. Todd wrapping around. Rams at the near circle, give it away. The Falcons break out. Brown a one-on-one with Kalichi. Rams defend that one, but give it right back to the Falcons. DeFibon drops it to the near corner. Now Todd circles that one around. Sipple keeps it in as the end. Sipple circling around the Rams' goal. Still behind the net, Ryan Brown. Ryan Brown beats a man. Still tries to center it up. Falcons keep it in. Todd clears that one away so he can get a break. Ryan Brown lets that one go through, and the second period will end. Connellsville Falcons, 12 shots, 2 goals, 24 shots for the Ringgold Rams, but they are still down by 1. More high school hockey right after this break and some third period action here on CUTV. Both teams making their way back on the ice for some more action. But before we get back to the game, let's take a look at the standings from last year in the PIHL class with Connellsville and Ringgold. Connellsville, they were top of the standings last year, Colin.
Both, of course, members of the PIHL Class D2 here. It's an expansive organization of teams here. I really was not aware of how many teams are involved in the PIHL, but nonetheless, you see here the Class D2 standings for this year just getting underway. The season young still, so really only one game played by each team here, of course. One team's going to have to earn either a loss or a draw here, and we'll see what comes out of this one. But of course, two of the top teams here in this league, and really with the amount of firepower on offense and the way they're really starting to get underway here, I can see why.
Yeah, it's exciting, and you see Connellsville in the top of the standings last year, and they are leading this game 2-1 against the Ringgold Rams. 24 shots for the Rams, 12 for Connellsville. And Colin, it's all about making the most of your shots, and quality always beats quantity.
Yeah, as we can see here, I mean, 12 shots for Connellsville, and they have 2 goals here, so really quality shots here getting on the board. And as you said, Steve, quality over quantity. I mean, 24-12 here, it's the tale of this game here so far.
Yeah, and you know, with those shots, you know, the Ringgold, of course, they have 24 shots, 1 goal, and that's all thanks to Skorzensky for the Falcons, just absolutely standing on his head, being a brick wall, letting almost nothing past him.
One of the interesting things here I'm seeing as we kind of just take in this warm-up sequence here, really, you don't see full teams come out here and do sprints or skates, if you will, really back and forth across the ice here. Something different. I mean, first high school hockey game for me. Don't know about you, but first time I've ever actually seen a high school game in person.
Yeah, it's the same goes for me as well. You know, I'm not used to the old atmosphere, but a pretty decent crowd for both sides. A lot of royal blue and a lot of navy blue around the rink.
And really one of the things I also find entertaining about this is the fact that these kids are well conditioned. I'm really seeing it on the ice here, having smaller numbers like you have here. And these are some not so small schools, but nonetheless, I mean, hockey, one of the sports that doesn't really get too much of a draw here. But seeing how conditioned these kids are and being able to keep up on the ice for 3 periods of hockey and just not having that many fresh legs to substitute, quite a testament.
Yeah, it is. You know, the numbers, you know, definitely test you. Both teams with smaller rosters, you're going to have defensemen playing in the forward positions and vice versa. Now both teams centering up for the opening faceoff of the third period. Gregory Hench takes the faceoff for the Falcons, and Schroeder takes the faceoff. Now Ryan Brown dangles his way through, fires the puck on net, saved. Up to the point, Sipple, shot on, cleared away by the Rams. Breaking out is Todd. Todd loses the puck in the Falcons' end. Schroeder on one knee slides through, gives the puck away. That fresh ice, Schroeder gets the puck back in that far corner. Another battle for the puck. Ryan Brown Loses the puck to Schroeder. Schroeder uses his feet to help him out. Schroeder at the far circle, just wide for Schroeder. Ryan Brown. Some contact with Schroeder. Todd breaks that pass up. Falcons now back on the attack. The Falcons get some fresh legs on the ice as the Rams regroup in their own end. Cross ice pass. Schroeder controls at the far boards. Schroeder dumps it in to get some fresh legs on for the Rams. And a goal by the Rams. Number 14, Justin Day, ties this one up with 15:50 left in the second period.
Back to square once again here, and these teams continue to find what it takes to get pucks past these fantastic goalkeepers here. They really have been strong throughout this game. Nonetheless, we got a tie game once again.
And Justin Day caught me off guard on that one. I looked down for 1 second, and I looked up, everyone's cheering. 2-2 on the 25th shot for Ringgold. Suarez controls the puck at the far boards. Day back to Suarez in front of the net. Blocked away by the Falcons. Falcons breaking out. Ringgold keep this one in. Now an offsides is called on Connellsville.
Take a look at Connellsville here, Steve. Really liking the look they've got here, sporting the old Toronto Maple Leaf sock style here from a couple of years ago. It's a cool look. I mean, I always liked those socks.
I believe that was one of their Stadium Series jerseys they showed off those socks, was it?
Yeah, they had them last year, and then before they had the rebrand with the
Right.
new logo and whatnot, that was the chosen look. Nonetheless,
some sharp colors on the Falcons side. I like that royal blue, the silver, and the white. 15:34 left in the third period. Just moments ago, the game was tied back up by a Justin Day goal for the Ringgold Rams on their 25th shot. Connellsville on the power play once again after a Paul Neighbors penalty. Paul Neighbors' second penalty of this game. Wrapped around Connellsville net. Connellsville still trying to break out on their own power play. Ryan Brown loses the puck to Day. Day dumps it in. Connellsville needs to get this one out of their own end. They are on the power play. Ryan Brown gets it but loses it. McKittrick dishes it back to Luke Waskak. Ryan Brown at the far circle, dangles around, beats a man. In the far corner is Brown. Brown circles his end, has a man. Unable to finish that one was the Falcons. The Rams dump this one away, get some fresh legs on the power kill, on the penalty kill. Up the near boards. Waskak drops that back. Travis Sipple behind his own net. Still controlling his Sipple. Sipple breaks it out to Ryan Brown. Ryan Brown at the far end, at the far circle, wraps around, loses the puck, gets it right back. Has Ross at the point, decides to go cross ice. Sipple can't control that one. At the point is Ross. Ross slaps it away, jumps right to Brown. Brown on net. And another penalty coming up. This one on Ringgold again. Or no, excuse me. The net was dislodged. And a lot to take in on that one. Ryan Brown fires that one low on the ice. Deflected, and I think that deflected up off the crossbar.
Yeah, we've seen Ryan Brown take multiple shots here for Connellsville, and he really looks to be one of the power hitters for this team here, really being able to get a hold of the pucks and just absolutely crank them towards the goaltender. He's got some soft hands too, so really making it work.
Still tied up at 2, 13:49 left in the third period. Possibly, if the score stays like this, seeing overtime. 16 seconds left on the Ringgold penalty. And actually, Connellsville is going to the box. Travis Sipple in the box for the Falcons for interference. Center ice, Schroeder controls. Now dumped away by Connellsville. The icing is called off. Hodgson wraps around in his defensive end. Just goes behind the net to Schroeder. Still Ringgold working in their own end. Now on the power play for 1 minute and 20 seconds. Lecce at the near side. Tries to make his way through the slot. Gives it away. Falcons clear. Hodgson with 1 minute left on the power play. 12:50 left in the third period. Schroeder gives the puck away. Ryan Brown all by himself. Dangles his way, pad save. Still Ryan Brown on the puck. Great defense by the Rams.
Some great diving stick checks there, Steve, from Ringgold.
That it was. Some hesitant defense by the Rams. The Rams called for offsides. Face off at the near blue line. .44 seconds left on the Travis Sipple penalty. The Rams win that one. Working the way on the far boards is Suarez. Suarez fires from the far circle. Penalty coming up on Ringgold. This one is goalie interference.
Took a spill there, not able to continue to stay on his feet and protect that net. So you're right, Steve, goaltender interference there. Really a penalty that's kind of been under fire the past couple of seasons at the professional level.
Yep.
Not really having a clear definition
of what it actually is. You're right. Justin Day will take 2 minutes in the sin bin. We're going to have 4-on-4 with 34 seconds left. Or for 34 seconds, we'll have 4-on-4. Kolanowski loses the puck. Now Ryan Brown. Ryan Brown skates his way through the offensive zone. Brown circles around the near corner. Brown makes his way through the slot over to the far corner. A far circle shot, just wide. 10 seconds left on the Connellsville penalty. In 5 seconds, Connellsville will be on the power play. Suarez pressuring. Cross-ice pass in the defensive zone for the Falcons. Falcons regroup. Falcons now on the power play. But Ringgold fires it. Glove saved by Skarvensky. Pass out of reach for Gregory Hench. Hench gets a stick on the puck. The Rams clear it out. Luke Waskak to Brown. Brown gives it away. Gazilli, one-arm shot saved by Skarvensky.
Really able to shut down that left side of the net there, being able to follow with him the whole time and take away that backhanded shot.
Hench skates through the slot, fires it just wide. Wasak back to Ross. Ross loses the puck. Ringgold clears. 30 seconds left on the Ringgold penalty. Ryan Brown skates his way through center, has a man on his back. Goes to the near circle. Loses the puck. Ryan Brown doing too much. Losing the puck in his offensive zone. Back to Brown. In front of the net is Hench. Hench fires it just wide. Puck is cleared away by the Rams. Penalty over. 10:20 left in the third period. Tie game right now. Possibly looking at overtime, partner?
Could be indeed.
Sipples fires it over the net. Loose puck at center ice. Rams cleared up. And joust for the puck. Ends up on the stick of Pisula. Now the Rams breaking out at center ice. Scrum on the near boards. Connellsville lose the puck once again. This puck is up in the mesh for a face-off in the near circle.
A lot of skyward pucks here in this third period. I've seen a lot of them hit that mesh, of course, new mesh being provided thanks to the Hockeyville competition from last year. One of the things that went towards upgrading this rink here. As before, it was only just behind the nets, and now it is the full way around. Kind of sit back and enjoy a little bit more, not have to be on the edge of your seat and have to make a glove save of your own out in the bleachers.
Connellsville trying to get this puck out of their defensive end. Ross unable to clear. Still struggling to get this puck out. Schroeder makes a move. Angles his way through the slot. Back out to the point. And a shot saved by Skarzensky. Skarzensky on the ground. He doesn't know what to do. Trying to lay on the puck. The whistle finally blows for a face-off.
Really down in desperation mode there on that one. Wasn't really sure where the puck was going to be. Somehow managed to fall on the back. Cover that one up.
Yeah, just desperation.
Yeah, without a doubt. Good move.
Justin Day loses the face-off in his offensive zone. Falcons struggling to clear the puck out. They finally do at center ice. There's Hench. Hench loses the puck. The Rams control in their defensive zone. Now Kolanowski. Kolanowski, slap shot from the point, just wide. Suarez loses the puck. Day picks it up. Connellsville now breaking out of their defensive zone. Ryan Brown on the far circle. Dangles his way through. By himself. Save made. The puck is loose. No whistle is blown. The Rams clear that one out. Ryan Brown had himself a breakaway due to his speed.
Yeah, we've really seen him flying up and down the ice here, really able to blow past these Ringgold defenders here and get himself an open space. But smart decision there, as there was quite a catastrophe going on in the front of that net. Just send that one away, get a quick clear. Of course, it's an ice, but nonetheless, get yourself some fresh troops that we got here and get back on the attack.
8:22 left in the third period, and Colin, we're still not sure actually if the games go to overtime in high school or if they stop at a tie, but we'll see. 8 minutes left. The Rams make their way through center ice. Saylor by himself, shot on, saved by Skarvensky. 28 saves for Skarvensky. 29 shots for the Rams. Lighting up Skarvensky. Saylor in for the Rams. The Rams win that faceoff. Puck way wide of the net. Fires off the glass. Rams still on the attack. That puck, waiting for the referee's decision. Skarvensky saved. The Rams were celebrating like they scored.
Might have thought they were able to kind of poke that one across the goal line there. Still a little bit of confusion, but I do believe, nope, it will go down as a save.
Face off on the far circle. The Rams win it. In the slot, shots wide. The Falcons lose the puck in their own zone. A jumping save by Skarvensky. Another face-off to come.
Skarvensky really locking back in here after those couple of goals, kind of getting himself back to where he was in that first period, back to that level of play.
Face off on the far circle. The Rams win that one. One-time shot just wide. Puck's cleared. The Falcons on the attack. Neighbors loses that one. Puck in the Falcons' defensive zone. Puck cleared. The Rams keep that in. Still the Falcons fighting to get this one out. The Rams on the attack. Shot up and over the net. The Falcons on the attack. Through center ice. Neighbors at the near boards. Checked hard by Merrick. And a Connellsville player slow to get up. That's Neighbors. Rams control at center ice. Immediately give it away.
Really surprised to see the kind of physicality we've been seeing in this game so far here. Really wasn't sure what to expect. I knew there'd be some hitting and whatnot, but really some of these hits are just jarring here.
Yeah, and surprised me. I didn't realize the high school games can get this physical. I mean, these two teams are nailing each other. Center ice, the Rams dump this one away. Falcons trying to break out, lose the puck. That's Day. Day controls in front of the shot. Shots on, saved by Skarzensky again. 32 saves, and some rough housing after the whistle was blown, and you got to watch out. High school, I mean, there is zero tolerance for that.
Yeah, really trying to move away from fighting and whatnot in the game here today, really kind of cracking down on things like that and whatnot, but sometimes, I mean, tempers will flare, tensions will get high.
Especially in a physical game like this.
Yeah, it's just one of those things where, you know, you bring them aside, say, hey, I know where you're at right now, but we kind of need to move away from that and get back to being just tough competitors.
And the referee, I think, just trying to settle these two sides down as we await the face-off in the near circle here. Justin Day in there. Take that face-off. Suarez gets his stick on the puck. Suarez at the far side. Cross-ice pass. Deflected away. Suarez battles the puck. Checked hard into the boards. The Rams still on the attack. The Falcons finally clear. This one rolls down the ice for an icing.
Time really running down here now, so these two teams need to find that go-ahead goal here. Really working for it. Just need to break through.
That's all it is. 5:38 left in the third period. Time is winding down, and so far in the past 3 or 4 minutes or so, the Rams have been just clogging the Connellsville end. And now, Colin, there's a player being carried off the ice right now from the Falcons. Can't see exactly who that is. The number's covered up. Looks like maybe a possible leg injury. I'm not sure what's going on right now.
Yeah, a little confused here. I didn't really see how the referee's going to step in here and help out. Yeah, you're right. I don't think I saw what happened there. But you're right. Looks like something in the realm of a leg type ordeal.
And I think that's Paul Neighbors, number 21 for the Falcons, that was carried off.
Yeah, it really looked like he was struggling there to be mobile, so best wishes to him. Hopefully nothing is seriously wrong.
Especially in the high school level, you really don't want to see that. And we do wish him a speedy recovery. The Falcons win that face-off in their own end, but Day nails a guy, and still this physical game is getting heated. Hits left and right. Brown circles around the Rams' end. This one's clear to the point. Wasak there. Still a scrum on the near boards. Tripped up was Brown. The Rams break out. Suarez on the far side. Suarez to his forehand, tries to chip this one over. Well defended by Stephen Ross. Suarez loses his stick, goes to the bench to get it. Ryan Brown chips it over, makes his way through the slot, hit hard to the ground. Back on his feet, now the Rams looking to transition. Rams through center ice, draw pass to Schroeder, and Kalechi. It's offsides as Schroeder made his way past the blue line.
Might not have been the best call there for a drop pass, Steve.
Agreed.
Not having much room, of course, to really move into that offensive zone as there were two defenders right in front of him. But still, you have to think about, you've got guys trailing you, and puck's got to get through first.
You're absolutely right there, partner. The Rams circling around in their defensive end. Makes it to center ice is Todd. Todd gives it away. The Falcons give it away right away. Dumping it in was Golombuski. Someone blows a tire on the Rams side. They give it away in their own end. Golombuski tries to center it. The Rams block it away. Ryan Merrick makes his way up the far boards. Shots on, blocked away by Connellsville. Shot on, saved by Skorzensky. The Falcons breaking out of their defensive zone. Make a pass center ice. Dump this one away. No icing called. Merrick clears this one away. Trying to center it. The Falcons regain possession. Ringgold trying to get it out of their defensive zone. Unable to. The Falcons clear it out. The Falcons still on the attack now. Fighting his way through was Ryan Brown. Now the Rams regrouping in their defensive zone. Line change from Ringgold. The Rams almost gave it away in their own zone. They give it away at center ice, but Suarez regroups and regains possession. They give it away again. Ryan Brown on the far side. He has some speed at the far circle, makes a move, loses the puck. A penalty coming up on Ringgold. This one looks like it's going to be on Suarez. Ryan Brown pulled down as he made his way through the slot.
It's going to be a good chance here to perhaps maybe break this tie late in the game.
Yep.
Those are back-breaking goals, and they really can deflate a team.
Connellsville, they do have one power play goal in this game, but they were on several power plays, but this would be the opportunity. 2:54 left in the third period, all tied up. Suarez in the box for the Rams. Connellsville in their offensive zone. Ryan Brown circles around to the far circle. Puck falls to Ross. Ross, puck on net, saved by Cook.
Good low shot there from Ross, keeping that towards the bottom of the ice, really forcing that goalie to kick the leg out there, have to knock that one away. Had to protect that low corner too.
Those pucks can sneak in. We've seen it happen, and Colin is going to be leaving me now. He has an important interview to do with Phil Bork. So it's just me. Ross tries to find a man at the far circle. Puck goes wide. Now a shot from Brown. Brown just deflected at the last second. Saved away by Cook. Falcons circling around at center ice. Ross gets the puck to Hench. Hench loses at center ice. Now Sipple. Sipple breaks through the Rams defense. The puck is broken up. Sends Ross all the way back to his defensive zone. The Rams player blows a tire in his offensive zone. Falcons carry the puck up. That's Brown. Brown, cross ice pass to Sipple. Sipple can't control. Now Brown behind the net. Centers it up. Has a chance for a shot. The Rams do a great job to clear that one away. 1:40 left in the third period. 44 seconds left on the Connellsville power play. Brought down is McKittrick. McKittrick leveled in the open ice. A bouncing puck for Cook. Cook deflects it away. The Rams clear it out. Justin Day carries this one through, breaks through the Connellsville defense, spins around, puck on net, off the pad, and blocked away. Schroeder couldn't get control on that. Ryan Brown makes his way through center ice. Ryan Brown tries to beat two men, but he can't. The final minute in regulation time, penalty over for the Rams. Rams almost lose their puck. Justin Day regains possession. Suarez, the man fresh out. Now Schroeder. Schroeder off the glass to Suarez in the near corner. Suarez tries to fire it inside, but can't. Under 30 seconds left in regulation. The Rams lose the puck. Brown loses the puck at center ice. Rams can break away, but they lose the puck to Sipple. Sipple making his way on the near boards. 10 seconds left. Shot is deflected and wide. Now under 5 seconds. Scrum on the boards. Rams get this one away, and regulation will end. Connellsville 2. Ringgold Rams 2. 33 shots for the Rams, 19 for Connellsville. And this will bring up an overtime period. And these two teams have to be exhausted. Limited numbers. 60 minutes played and an overtime period coming up. A physical game makes its way into overtime. Something has got to give between these two teams. A 3-minute overtime period will be played. This will be a 3-minute, 3-on-3 overtime period. Justin Day, Zach Kalinowski, and Hunter Suarez out for Ringgold. Ryan Brown, Gregory Hench, and Travis Sipple out for Connellsville. Connellsville almost ended early in overtime. Now Rams breaking out through center. It's Suarez on the near circle. Drops it back, shot on, saved by Skarzynski. Ryan Brown controls in front of his own net. Brown at the far side. Brown with speed. Dangles through, loses the puck. Ryan Brown's down on the ice. The net is dislodged. Brown looks like he's in some pain. Brown has some serious breakout speed, and when he was cutting towards the net, he threw some contact running into the goaltender, Evan Cook. Seems to be okay as he's back on his feet, skating back to his own bench. 2:28 left in the overtime period. The face-off won by Schroeder. Schroeder and the Rams offense looking to end this overtime period. Rushing through. Shot on, saved by Skarzynski. Shot by Ryan Merrick. Face-off coming at the near circle in the Connellsville defensive zone. Schroeder with the face-off for Ringgold. Schroeder gets away with a puck, drops it back, but no one home at the point. 2 minutes left in the overtime period. Ringgold breaking out of their defensive zone. This is Nathan Todd. Todd beats one person, loses the puck at the near circle. Connellsville breaking out of their defensive zone. They immediately lose the puck to Merrick. Merrick fires a shot into the chest of Skarzensky. Shot from the red line. The chances of that going in are unlikely. Connellsville almost lost that puck at center ice. Now they lose it in their own zone. Ryan Brown has a man to beat. Passes it off. Shot saved by Evan Cook. And some extracurricular activity going on in front of the net. Puck still loose. The Falcons still on the attack. Pass over to Brown. Brown, pass, one-time shot, no good, wide. He had an open net and he missed it. People yelling for too many men, and as it hit the skate on the man going to the bench. Now a shot on net, wide. Ryan Brown unable to control. The Rams breaking out with speed. Connellsville fires, blocked away by Skarzensky. Holy cow. What a series of events that just went on there. And earlier in that rush, Connellsville begging for too many men as a player was making his way off the bench. And as he was, puck hit his skate and bounced away. The Ringgold side was begging for too many men on the ice. That 3-on-3 hockey, that'll give you a heart attack. Connellsville calls a timeout, maybe just to slow this thing down, give their guys a break. They went on a huge rush just before the stoppage of the play. 47 seconds left in overtime. "35 shots for the Rams, 33 saved by Skarzensky, 20 shots for Connellsville, 18 saves for Evan Cook." Faceoff will be in Connellsville's defensive zone. Justin Day in to take the faceoff for the Rams. Justin Day loses it. Sipple clears it away. The Rams still on the attack. Justin Day can't reach that puck. Goes to Sipple. Sipple works it up the near boards. The Rams on the attack. Kalinowski beats one man. Finds his way through. Suarez shoots. He scores! Hunter Suarez ends this in overtime with 28 seconds left to play. Ringgold wins 3-2 over the Connellsville Falcons. A thrill ride here in the Ross Straver Ice Garden. Suarez from the far circle finally sneaks one past by goaltender Sebastian Skarzensky, ending this long game in overtime. 36 shots for the Rams, 20 shots for the Falcons. That'll do it for the high school game in this homecoming doubleheader. Later in the night, we will have California taking on the Robert Morris Colonials. So stay tuned for that. Thank you, everyone, for watching. I'm Stephen Ruffing, and for everyone on crew, we thank you and have a great night.